they do it? From living in poverty to scoring millions in the NBA, the rags to riches stories of these 5 players will inspire you. Their journeys from food stamps to championship rings were not easy, but their determination proves that anyone can overcome adversity. Are you ready to be amazed by their unbelievable rise to stardom? Let's dive in. Rising up from poverty to succeed as a professional athlete takes incredible perseverance. Today we'll look at 5 NBA players who overcame difficult childhoods and financial struggles on their path to basketball fame and fortune. Despite growing up poor in dangerous neighborhoods, facing homelessness, and having the odds stacked against them, they never gave up on their hoop dreams. Their stories of beating the poverty cycle show it's possible to achieve greatness, no matter your background. LeBron James is one of the most famous and successful NBA players of all time. But long before the championships, MVP awards, and billion-dollar Nike deal, LeBron grew up in poverty in Akron, Ohio. Born to a single teenage mother, LeBron's family struggled to make ends meet. They moved from apartment to apartment frequently, even becoming homeless at one point when LeBron was young. Despite the instability and hardship, LeBron's mother strived to provide for her son. LeBron found solace on the basketball court, honing his skills at the local Boys and Girls Club. His talent led to national attention in high school, though he still faced financial limitations. LeBron was selected first overall in the 2003 NBA draft by the Cleveland Cavaliers. After signing a $12.9 million rookie contract, 18-year-old LeBron bought his mother a house and a Hummer. He was an instant star, winning Rookie of the Year. Over 17 seasons, LeBron earned 4 NBA titles and 4 MVP awards and emerged as the face of the league. His off-court earnings also exploded through lucrative endorsements with Nike, Sprite, McDonald's, and more. LeBron's estimated net worth now exceeds $500 million. He leveraged his wealth and influence to uplift others, founding the LeBron James Family Foundation, focused on helping at-risk youth in Akron. Jimmy Butler's road to NBA stardom is nothing short of inspiring. Butler grew up in abject poverty in the suburbs of Houston after his biological father abandoned him as an infant. His mother kicked him out of the house when he was only 13 years old. Butler bounced between the homes of various friends and basketball coaches. He was literally homeless his junior year of high school, struggling to get by day to day. But Butler persevered, earning a scholarship to Marquette University, where he blossomed into an All-American player. Drafted 30th overall in 2011 by the Chicago Bulls, Butler immediately made an impact with his tenacious defense and all-around game. He earned $500,000 in his rookie season, after signing a 5-year, $95 million contract in 2015. Butler gave back by paying for the funerals of multiple high school football teammates who had passed away. He also donated money to his AAU basketball program and purchased a church for his parents. Butler rose to stardom, getting traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves in 2017, where he earned All-NBA and All-Defensive honors. He now plays for the Miami Heat after signing a 4-year, $184 million deal, an incredible rise from his impoverished roots. Before Dwyane Wade was a 13x All-Star, 3x NBA champion, and 2006 Finals MVP. He was an at-risk youth growing up in inner-city Chicago. Wade, who was born on the South Side, grew up in a neighborhood where gang violence, drugs, and police raids were commonplace. His parents divorced at a young age, and his mother struggled with drug addiction. At just 8 years old, Wade was already caring for his younger siblings. Wade found solace on the basketball court, incorporating himself into pickup games around the neighborhood. His raw athletic talent led him to play for his local high school, where he led his team to a state championship. After spending 1 year at Marquette University, Wade entered the 2003 NBA draft. The Miami Heat selected him 5th overall, and he wasted no time demonstrating his superstar abilities. In the 2006 Finals, Wade put the Heat on his back, averaging 34 points to lead his team to its first championship. Over 16 stellar seasons, Wade earned over $196 million in NBA salary alone. Wade has given back to Chicago, donating money to fund youth violence prevention programs and improve parks. He also serves as an ambassador for organizations that support at-risk youth. Undersized and undrafted out of Virginia Union University, Ben Wallace had to defy the odds to make it in the NBA. Wallace grew up on one of the roughest projects in Alabama. His mother worked multiple jobs to support the family. Wallace's brother died when Ben was just 9 years old, and he had to take on adult responsibilities early on. Despite being just 6'7", Wallace carved out a role in the NBA based on pure hustle and defensive intensity. After being cut by the Celtics, he signed with the Washington Bullets in 1996, and his career slowly blossomed. In 2000, Wallace signed as a free agent with the Detroit Pistons. Wallace thrived in Detroit, leading the league in rebounds and blocks multiple times. His defensive prowess and afro made him a fan favorite. In 2004, Wallace was a key cog on the Pistons championship team, providing interior defense and toughness. Wallace earned over $87 million over 16 NBA seasons. For someone who entered the league with no guarantee of even making a roster, Wallace serves as a role model for exceeding expectations. He used his wealth to give back to communities in Detroit, Alabama, and Virginia through his own charity foundation. Shawn Kemp entered the NBA straight out of high school in 1989, a raw talent full of potential. But his path to being the 17 overall pick was anything but easy. Growing up in poverty in Indiana, Kemp became a father at the incredibly young age of 13 years old. He described living in a roach-infested house with no electricity. At 6'10", with freakish athleticism, Kemp jumped straight from 10th grade to the NBA. The Seattle Supersonics believed in developing Kemp's tremendous potential. Early on, Kemp struggled with immaturity and conditioning, but eventually became one of the NBA's most ferocious dunkers. Kemp emerged as an all-star in the 1990s, helping lead the Sonics to the NBA Finals in 1996 alongside Gary Payton. Demonstrating talents well beyond his troubled upbringing, Kemp earned over $87 million in contract money over his 14-year career. Kemp experienced his share of struggles even after making it as a professional player, fathering 7 children with 6 different women. However, his on-court success and financial windfall represent one of the NBA's most dramatic rags-to-riches tales. For a player who entered the league raw and underdeveloped, Kemp proved anything is possible through hard work and perseverance. Growing up in Benton Harbor, Michigan, Wilson Chandler witnessed extreme poverty, crime, and drug abuse all around him. Raised in the projects by his grandmother, Chandler slept on floors and struggled with hunger on a daily basis. Basketball was his escape, providing hope of a better future. Before the New York Knicks selected Chandler 23rd overall in 2007, Chandler received a basketball scholarship to DePaul University. After early injuries, he broke out in 2009, averaging 15.3 points per game. Chandler went on to sign contracts worth over $81 million total with the Denver Nuggets and Philadelphia 76ers. After earning financial security, Chandler committed himself to giving back to impoverished communities. He runs his own foundation focused on providing clean water in Africa, as well as leadership programs for youth back in Benton Harbor. Trevor Ariza is a prime example of an NBA player overcoming childhood adversity. Ariza was born in Miami to teenage parents who struggled with substance abuse. At age 4, his mother died, and he was sent to California to live with his grandparents in one bedroom with 7 other family members. Basketball was Ariza's ticket out of poverty. After starring for Westchester High School in Los Angeles, Ariza played 1 year at UCLA before entering the 2004 NBA Draft. Drafted 43rd overall by the New York Knicks, Ariza scraped his way into the league with a tenacious defense. After bouncing between 5 teams in his first 6 seasons, Ariza finally found stability with the Houston Rockets, helping the team reach the Western Conference Finals in 2009 while shooting over 40% from three-point range. He went on to win an NBA championship in 2009 with the Los Angeles Lakers. All in all, Ariza has earned nearly $90 million in salary over his 15-year career. Kyle Lawry grew up in poverty-stricken North Philadelphia, where crime and violence were constant threats. Lawry shared beds with family members in their jam-packed apartment. His father left the family, leaving his mother to work long hours to provide for Lawry and his brother. Basketball became Lawry's main focus throughout high school. After a college career at Villanova, the Memphis Grizzlies selected Lawry with the 24th pick in the 2006 draft. Through sheer determination, Lawry overcame doubters to become a 6-time All-Star with the Toronto Raptors. Known for his tough, physical play, Lawry helped lead the Raptors to a championship in 2019. He has earned over $165 million in salary over his 14-year career. Lawry gives back to Philadelphia, running his own foundation and free youth basketball camps in the city. He also funded the Lawry Love Foundation to support families and community programs. Larry Johnson was born and raised in Dallas by a single mother who worked multiple jobs. As a teen, Johnson worked various jobs himself to help his family make ends meet. On the basketball court, however, Johnson excelled, leading his high school to a state championship. Johnson attended the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, alongside future pros Stacey Augmon and Greg Anthony. The trio led the UNLV Rebels to a dominant NCAA championship in 1990. Selected first overall by the Charlotte Hornets in 1991, Johnson immediately averaged 19.2 points and 11 rebounds per game, winning Rookie of the Year. Johnson would play 10 solid seasons in the NBA, making 2 All-Star appearances and earning over $69 million in salary. His success enabled him to give back, funding college scholarships and donating to charitable causes in Dallas. Ron Harper, a 2-time NBA champion, overcame a life of gang violence and extreme poverty in Dayton, Ohio. Harper's grandmother raised him in the projects after he was born to teenage parents. He shared one bed with his 4 brothers. Basketball provided an escape. Before the Cleveland Cavaliers selected Harper 8th overall in 1986, Harper was a star at Miami University of Ohio. A knee injury derailed his early promise, but Harper reinvented himself as a defensive stopper and steadying veteran presence. After 10 seasons struggling with the Clippers and Cavaliers, he signed with the Chicago Bulls and won 3 straight titles alongside Michael Jordan. Altogether, Harper earned over $27 million in salary over 15 NBA seasons and established the Harper Children's Basketball League and Harper Hoops Foundation to provide opportunities for youth in Dayton. The journeys of these NBA players demonstrate that it's possible to overcome poverty and hardship to achieve greatness. Their stories are about more than just basketball. They represent the human spirit's ability to rise up in the face of adversity. From homeless to hero, their determination proves dreams can come true no matter their background. These players defeated the poverty cycle through their extraordinary work ethic and perseverance. Their rags to riches tales should inspire us all to keep striving when faced with obstacles. Their legacies show that poverty does not define your future if you stay dedicated to your goals. Anything is possible if you believe in yourself and never give up.